back to Happily Booked, the bookcast where two kindred spirits believe that the pursuit of happiness is the exact same thing as reading a good book and being able to talk about it. We're your hostesses, Brookie Wookie and
Becky Wecky.
and welcome back. So, Becky, how's it going? What's
going
on
fabulous.
with you? I want to know things. Tell me. I feel like I haven't seen you in a long time.
It has been a minute.
And really, I guess it's been almost a week.
It's been a few days.
Because I think I worked Tuesday and Wednesday, and then I was out of town.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's been since Tuesday.
I missed you.
Oh my gosh, I missed you.
What's been going on? Just planning for the party that we're having at my house.
Exclusive invites only.
That's right. Although I did tell our scheduler that he could crash it if he wanted to.
Yeah.
Because one of our other friends was saying, Miss Becky, I hope that I can come to the get together. It all depends on what he does. And he goes, get together. And I said, oh yeah, don't schedule her on November 4th in the evening, please. And he
my gosh.
He goes, wait, am I invited? And I said, no.
I guess you are now.
I said, but you can feel free to crash the party if you want to.
Yeah, that's funny.
And then I said, you can bring your babies. And he said, if I bring them, you're going to get more than you bargained for.
Yeah, that's funny. And his wife's pregnant again.
Yes.
Yeah. So
that would be hard on them because they'd be trying to keep those little ones out of the fire.
Right. Yeah. Don't want any little ones catching on fire.
No.
That's funny. I'm excited for it. I think you might have a good turnout.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I've got to still buy stuff for the s'mores, but I have all the hot dogs. I need to get buns.
Yeah. You need buns, hon.
Yeah. I got some buns.
Yeah, you found a lot of them.
And I need to buy some Uno cards because we have a set, but I think they're missing some. And I think it's going to be fun if we play Uno.
Yeah. Yeah, Uno's always fun. I don't think I've met one person who doesn't like Uno.
I don't know if I could be friends with someone who didn't like Uno.
I mean, that's like, why don't you like Uno? It's so simple. It's so easy. Friendships get ruined. Like, come on. It's fun. It's fun. Ruining friendships.
Smack talk is great.
Yeah.
As long as it's all done in good fun.
Reverse. Draw 4. Oh, you thought we were still friends. Yeah. I think that's a good idea. So,
did you have fun this weekend?
I did.
I heard someone might have gotten food poisoning.
Yeah. On my birthday. It wasn't me. At least. Yeah, we went to, I always say Charleston, South Carolina, because that's where his brother used to live. Austen's brother used to live there. But really, he only lives like 30 minutes from there now.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you've ever heard of it. It's Allendale.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, so we just say Charleston. So,
like we say we're from Atlanta.
Right. Yeah, we went up there. He had to help him work on his excavator a little bit more. And they fixed the problem, and then just for something else to break, of course, naturally.
Oh, nice.
As it goes. So it's always something. But they said that it was still, like, usable. He can still use the excavator. So that's good. We went to a haunted house. We rode a haunted hayride.
Fun.
And then it was what was that?
A sneeze.
Oh, okay. we went to a haunted house just to encompass the 3 things that we did there. We went to a haunted hayride. It was like a haunted, like, walk-through circus thing, haunted house.
Oh, neat.
And then their main haunted house, apparently, is this, like, hospital.
Mm-hmm.
But, it really wasn't as good as the other one. The circus one that was the best one.
Were there some scary clowns in there?
There were some freaky clowns in there. But at one point you walk through, and have you been in a haunted house?
It's been a long time since I've been in a haunted house.
Well, I don't know how long they've been in. I don't know anything about the last time you were in a haunted house.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. But sometimes now, you'll be going through, and you'll be forced to walk through a big section where there's like 2 gigantic airbags squeezing you. So if you're claustrophobic, that's like, that sucks. But but you went through that, and then you came out, and it was just like red and white striped curtains in front of you, and you're like, okay. So you push through, and then there's more red and white striped curtains. You ended up going into like this little maze area. So you had to like find your way out. It was so funny. We lost his brother for a second.
That was the most fun part.
That was so funny. We were like, well, I guess he's on his own. He'll survive. And then once you finally get out of that, you end up going through, and if you're epileptic, don't go. But you end up going through like this long walkway where it's like just flashing strobes, and you have to go room to room, just to keep going on the path. I mean, it was so like trippy. I was like, I had a Diet Coke with me, and I was like, I should have not brought my drink in here with me, because I can barely focus on I can barely focus on walking ahead of me.
Let alone drinking.
Let alone not even spilling my drink and then trying to drink my drink. It's just, it was a good one though. I will say it was really impressive. Probably the most impressive like haunted house I've ever been to. Not saying I have been to like a whole bunch. Not that I'm a haunted house connoisseur, but.
Well, you know how I am about scary movies.
Yeah.
I don't watch them.
Yeah.
I've been to 2 haunted houses.
Mm-hmm.
Once when I was a child, so I really didn't have a say in the matter.
Yeah.
And
that probably scared you.
At the end of the haunted house, there was a guy with a chainsaw.
There always is.
He was dressed like Jason, he had the mask. I remember that I was holding my daddy's hand.
Yeah.
And I ended up with my legs somehow wrapped around my dad.
Yeah. Screaming for mercy, probably.
Around his arm. He had me, all of me on his arm. And I don't remember how old I was, like 8 or 9.
Yeah.
And then the last one that I went to was before Emma was born. And I went with my brother and sister-in-law. And they weren't married yet. They were dating. And we came out. I don't remember a whole lot about it.
Yeah.
But something right at the end scared her. And she took off running, and there was like this ditch, and she tripped in the ditch and fell.
Oh no! Oh no!
So that was, I don't do haunted houses.
I like haunted houses. I like doing spooky things like that.
Mm-hmm.
I always have a hard time with the, I guess, interactive bit of it.
Yeah, where they jump out or whatever.
Well, I know it's not real.
Mm-hmm.
So none of it actually scares me at all.
Right.
At all. Unless, they're right behind you and you never knew they were there. And then it's just I just didn't know you were there.
Right.
They can't touch you.
Right.
Legally, they're not supposed to touch you. You're not supposed to touch them either. So don't go swinging just because you got scared.
Right.
But I've always known, none of it's real. So I have a hard time, humoring the people who were trying to scare me. If that makes any sense. I'm always like, okay, bye. And just keep going. And they're dressed up as this horrible, terrifying monster or doll or whatever. It was still really fun. The hayride was nice because we got to sit down. That was nice.
From a pregnant lady's point of view.
Yeah. It felt like I walked a journey, but we drove past it in the daytime, and I was like, that was it? That was nothing. Oh my gosh. And yeah, and then we ate out and stuff. It was fun. But then, yeah, I don't know how Austen got food poisoning because, well, okay, I guess we have an idea of how he got food poisoning. On the way to his brother's house, I made him stop at Zaxby's.
Uh-oh.
Because I was like, well, I'm getting hungry.
Mm-hmm.
It's about that time for us to eat. And
right.
I'm hungry now. So we stopped at Zaxby's. I got wings and he got a spicy chicken sandwich. Granted, he really shouldn't have gotten the spicy chicken sandwich in the first place. But he's a grown man, so I'm just going to let him order a spicy chicken sandwich. Anyway. But he said, this is going to sound a little gross. He said that he remembers when he bit into it at one point, it was really chewy and like not
like rubbery kind of.
Yeah, and maybe not cooked all the way.
Oh.
Kind of chewy. And that honestly makes me a little nauseous thinking about it.
Yeah.
And
I'm grossed out.
Yeah, like so he's pretty sure it ended up coming from that because we ate the same thing afterwards. And then after that meal is when he became sick.
Right.
And I was fine. So it was like, okay, I guess it was the Zaxby's. I don't know. But he's better now, which is good because, it's not fun. You're on vacation
and you're sick.
And you're sick. Down
I've
and
never
out.
had food poisoning, but I've heard it's pretty rough.
I've had it only like a couple times. And as long as I've been with Austen, I've only seen him have it like twice, 2 or 3 times. And for some reason, I mean, everybody's different, but for some reason, it seems to hit him like a 2-story bus. Like, it seems to hit him so bad. I'm like, that's crazy. Crazy. But I'm glad he's feeling better.
Me too.
But yeah, we had fun this weekend. Then we came back. We came back Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, and then yesterday was Sunday, right?
Yeah.
Today's Monday. Okay. So yeah, yesterday I went out to eat with my mom, dad, sister, grandmother, and her daughter. One of her daughters. Does that make her an aunt?
Yeah. Yes.
What does that make her? Anyway, so not the cogs of my brain slowing down. Okay, yeah, so we went out to eat at Texas Roadhouse. That was my choice because it was for my birthday. And it was great. It was good. They were really busy. And I don't know why I was so shocked that they were so busy. It was still a Sunday, but it was like 3 o'clock.
Yeah,
and they were like
a weird time.
Booming with business, which is good for them.
Yeah, it's great for them.
But, and it really didn't hinder us or anything that bad. It's just, I just didn't expect them to be that busy. I'm kind of a hermit and prefer little to zero people around. Just how I am. But with that being said, I have a birthday book haul.
A birthday book haul. I was hoping.
Yeah. Woo! So, if you don't mind, hold on a hot second. I forgot all about the fact that you have a quote.
Yeah. I actually was thinking about that. I was like, wait a minute, we skipped something.
That we sure did. You know what? The haul's going to have to be put on hold while Becky does her quote. And I guess the book that is from.
That's right in front of her face.
That's right in front of me.
Actually, what's funny for all of you to know is that I had a quote picked out, and I even had the page marked, but I was reading over the page, and for the life of me, I couldn't recall what on that page made me think that it would be a great quote to read.
I hate when I do that.
So I picked out something different, and Brooke brought it to my attention that I should probably make notes about things. So we might start doing that.
Good luck.
Okay. I am a little nervous about reading this particular section, only because I don't know if it gives anything away in the book itself, but I'm going to read it anyway. So note that this could be a spoiler for this book. You are a Taveran, she said, as if ticking off a point. Stoneface thinks those odd eyes of yours can see things his can't. Gray men want to kill you. You travel with an Aes Sedai, a warder, and an Ogier. You free caged Aiel and kill white cloaks. Who are you, farm boy? The dragon reborn?
Oh, I get it. That's the title.
That is the title.
Yeah, that I can assure you, from somebody who hasn't read the series at all, has not spoiled a single thing. Now, if you're in the series and you're not into the Dragon Reborn yet, I don't know. Perhaps. Perhaps it does. A little bit. I don't know. But for me, and everyone else who has not ever read those, nothing. Nothing. That was a neat quote, though. I like that I had the title
in the
quote. Love that. And that's from The Dragon Reborn by Robert Jordan. Practicing my future audiobook narrator. No, just kidding. Okay, great. Back to the haul. So, first of all, I'm just going to go ahead and say all of these are books, except this one thing. And I just want to show you this one thing. This is a soap tray. Looks like a little palette.
I like it.
Isn't that cute?
It's very cute.
And then some soap.
Nice. What's the scent?
I don't know. It smells good. I just don't know the scent. It doesn't specify a scent.
Oh.
I don't know if anybody can hear me. It does not specify a scent.
I think I heard you. May I smell it?
Yeah.
I can't tell what it is.
It's like it smells good, but I feel like it's made to not be overwhelming.
Yeah.
You know?
It is subtle.
Yeah. It was funny. I pulled this out and I was like, a soap tray. And Megan was next to me and she could see the soap, but nobody else could see the soap. And she was like, and you might be wondering, why does she have a soap tray when she doesn't have any soap? Well, don't worry. And then I pulled out the soap.
Oh, Megan's so funny.
She's a goof.
We need to have her on the show, by the way.
We do need to have her on the show. That way everybody else can think she's a goof. And appreciate her goofiness.
What else is in there?
Oh, I don't know. Let's see.
She put the soap away and closed up the bag like she
and
was
that's
done.
all. That's all, everyone. Okay, so I have a couple of books in here. I actually have a decent amount of books here. I was opening it, and then, I just kept pulling books out, and I was like, oh, my gosh.
I mean, that's a big bag. There better be something else in there.
And I'm like, I've got to get rid of books. So, I'm just going to start with this first one, which is funny considering who you and I were sort of just talking about. You'll see. It is Year One by Nora Roberts.
Ah.
And I never knew. I saw this on, I think, not Bookstagram, BookTube, I believe. I saw this and I was like, Nora Roberts? Because in my brain, she only writes romance.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never read a Nora Roberts. I don't know.
That's what I think of when I see her name.
Well, she has this whole pandemic sci-fi series.
Really?
Yeah. And when I heard about that and I heard about what this one was about, I was like, oh, this sounds interesting. So I added it to my list. And I'm going to read it if I can find it. I'm going to read the synopsis so that everyone else knows what it's about.
How many books are in this series?
I don't know. That's a good question. It really is. It's a good one, Becky. She's got so many books. Well, I guess I'll have to Google it because it's not on the book.
The world may never know.
The world may never know. A part of the Chronicles of the One series. And according to Amazon, at the moment, there are 3 books in the series, so it's a trilogy. And here is the synopsis.
I'm ready.
I'm ready. It began on New Year's Eve. The sickness came on suddenly and spread quickly. The fear spread even faster. Within weeks, everything people counted on began to fail them. The electrical grid sputtered, law and government collapsed, and more than half of the world's population was decimated. Where there had been order, there was now chaos. And as the power of science and technology receded, magic rose up in its place. So it's a fantasy. I guess it's a sci-fi fantasy. Interesting. Some of it is good, like the witchcraft worked by Lana. I don't know. It could be Lana. I wanted to say Lena. Lena Bingham. Practicing in the loft apartment she shares with her lover, Max. Her lover.
Lover.
I always think it's so cheesy when people are described as the lover, you know? Anyway, some of it is unimaginably evil, and it can lurk anywhere, around a corner in fatigued funnels, beneath the river, or in the ones you know and love the most. As word spreads that neither the immune nor the gifted are safe from the authorities who patrol the ravaged streets, and with nothing left to count on but each other, Lena and Max make their way out of a wrecked of a wrecked New York City. At the same time, other travelers are heading west too, into a new frontier. Chuck, a tech genius trying to hack his way through a world gone offline. Arliss, a journalist who has lost her audience but uses pen and paper to record the truth. Fred, her young colleague possessed of a burgeoning
Burgeoning.
Yeah, that's okay. That's what I thought. I was like, hold on. I don't think I've ever said that word. Burgeoning abilities and an optimism that seems out of place in this bleak landscape. And Rachel and Jonah, a resourceful doctor and a paramedic who fend off despair with their determination to keep a young mother and 3 infants in their care alive. In a world of survivors, where every stranger encountered could be either a savage or a savior, none of them knows exactly where they are heading or why, but a purpose awaits them that will shape their lives and the lives of all those who remain. The end has come, the beginning comes next. Well, without all of my stuttering and mispronunciations, it sounds interesting. And what a great pair to have with you, a doctor and a paramedic.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yes, please. I'll take one of those during the pandemic.
Right.
So that sounds interesting, and it's a trilogy. And I'm glad I have it.
Well, I hope you like it.
Yeah, maybe.
Of course, if you do, that means you have to get book 2 and book 3.
Right. Then I'll have to, get more books.
You should have plenty of books that you DNF'd that you can get rid of.
Yeah, I've already gone through those, the ones I've officially DNF'd, and now I'm going to have to go through my shelves. Because, I'm sure there's books on there that I'm not interested in reading anymore. Like, honestly, probably like a handful of like YA books. Mm-hmm. I'm just not going to read. For no other reason other than it sounded interesting at one point, and now I'm like, sure, no. Somebody else will read this. But who knows? My mom said she wanted to read that one, and I don't know if it's because it was by Nora Roberts or if it's because she read the synopsis and thought it sounded interesting. I know she kind of likes pandemic books, though, because I get her to read almost all the pandemic books I read.
Right. And she always enjoys them.
She always enjoys them. So, you're going to, smack me for this.
Oh, no.
This one is Sanditon. I may have said that wrong. By Jane Austen.
Okay.
Austen's last novel, completed by, quote, another lady, unquote. Where's your actual name, though? Surely your name is not another lady.
I've read about that one before.
It just says and another lady in here.
I have not read it. I've read about it.
I don't remember. So there's so many books on my Amazon list, right? Okay?
Yeah.
There are so many. And I just throw them on there because I'm like, that sounds really interesting. I'm not going to buy it right now. Let me just put it on my list.
Right.
So that whenever I feel like going through my list and buying some books or something, they're all there. I know I'm interested in all of them. But I've had that list for like 2 years now. So some of these books I'm like, I know I wanted that book. And it looks interesting right now and sounds interesting right now. But I don't remember originally why I wanted it. So I can't remember or recall if this one intrigued me because it was Austen's last novel completed by somebody else. Mm-hmm. Or if the synopsis is what caught me. So I'm going to read the synopsis because it's been a while if I even did in the first place. Sanditon, an 11-chapter fragment left at Jane Austen's death, completed with seamless artistry. What is wrong with me? By an Austen aficionado and novelist, is a delightful addition to Austen's beloved books about England's upper crust world and the deception, snobbery, and unexpected romances that animate it. When Charlotte Haywood accepts an invitation to visit the newly fashionable seaside resort of Sanditon, she is introduced to a full range of polite society from the reigning local dowager?
Don't ask me. Dowager?
Maybe. That's probably it. Dowager. Thank you. Lady Didham. Knew you would come through. To her impoverished ward, Clara. And from the handsome, feckless Sidney Parker to his amusing, if hypochondriacal... That's a big word. Hypochondriacal. Yeah. Sisters. I wonder if when people hear me read, like they know I'm about to read synopses, if they're like, oh my God. Or if they're like, oh, this is going to be silly.
This is going to be fun. That's what I would think. Oh,
here we go again. A heroine whose clear-sighted common sense is often at war with romance, Charlotte cannot help observing around her both folly and passion in many guises. But can the level-headed Charlotte herself resist the attractions of the heart? It does sound interesting. And yeah, I don't know. I just thought it was cool. It's by her last book, essentially, but it's completed by somebody else.
Yeah.
Where to put this?
There's so many books.
So this one is called Howl's Moving Castle by Diana Wynne Jones, which is a middle grade, and I think a lot of people know this title by the movie. I don't think I've ever seen the movie, but I would be interested. But I always heard that the book is really, really good. It's a really, really good middle grade. So, without further ado, I'm going to read the synopsis. Sophie has the great misfortune of being the eldest of 3 daughters, destined to fail miserably should she ever leave home to seek her fate. But when she unwittingly attracts the ire of the Witch of the Waste, Sophie finds herself under a horrid spell that transforms her into an old lady. That's what happened to me. Her only chance at breaking it lies in the ever-moving castle in the hills, the wizard Howl's castle. To untangle the enchantments, Sophie must handle the heartless Howl, strike a bargain with a fierce demon, and meet the Witch of the Waste head-on. Waste as in garbage. Along the way, she discovers that there's far more to Howl and herself than first meets the eye. And I don't think it's a series. It sounds like it could slide into a series, doesn't it?
It sounds interesting.
Yeah, I've heard
I've never heard of the movie.
Really, really good. I think I don't remember. I'm making stuff up.
She does that a lot.
I want to say it's an anime, but I'm not entirely sure.
Really?
Not entirely sure.
I like anime. Some of it.
It might just be a cartoon, like a normal cartoon. I do too. Okay. This one is The Last Monument by Michael C. Grumley. Grumley, not Crumbly. Look at that cover. I love that cover.
That's very beautiful.
Just the mountains.
I want to go to the mountains.
Me too. I want to go to Colorado.
You did that.
I want to go again.
You will.
It's in Colorado. Okay.
Makes sense.
Gasp. Yeah, and I didn't expect that though because palm trees. And
Well,
I was like,
some people like to plant palm trees.
this better be somebody's private land then, because they are not in Colorado like that.
No.
Anyway, I would know. I'm a Colorado aficionado. Outside Denver, Colorado, Joe Rickards stands over a small aircraft wreckage, studying burnt remains still smoldering in a field of freshly fallen snow. An investigator for the NTSB, working to carefully roll back the last several hours and identify the cause of the accident, but this time he can't. The details behind this tragedy don't add up. Unlike every other investigation of Joe's career, the facts make no sense. Each new piece of information only makes the accident more mysterious and more baffling. Why would a person receive an age-old letter and suddenly disappear into the thick of the night, paying to be flown out of a closed airport in the worst possible weather conditions by a pilot who hadn't had his hand on the stick in years? With the only surviving relative insisting her grandfather would never have climbed into a small airplane in the first place, even in perfect weather. A bizarre string of events culminating in a horrible accident unlike anything Rickards has experienced, leaving his only hope at understanding it in the hands of the victim's sole remaining relative. Beginning with how a mysterious letter could turn up after being lost in the system for 60 years, sent by someone who should have already been long dead. A single letter Joe Rickards is about to discover with a secret that will change the entire world. That sounds dramatic, doesn't it?
It does.
Sounds interesting. It's like a mystery thriller, you know? Yeah. Then I have, three more. 3 more times you'll have to hear me talk. This one's called This Island Earth by Raymond F. Jones. Look at the alien.
Oh, wow.
It's kind of spooky, isn't it? Spooky design. Really old design. I like it. What was that book I read? Let me look it up.
He kind of looks like E.T. a little bit.
A little bit. Like his uncle or something.
Yeah.
So.
Or E.T. all grown up. Because I think E.T. was young, right?
Yeah. Yeah, he was like a little kid.
Yeah.
Alien. So, a while ago, I listened to the audiobook, The Lady from the Black Lagoon.
Right.
Hollywood Monsters and the Lost Legacy of Milicent Patrick.
Mm-hmm.
And it was about how, like, she never got the credit she was supposed to get for creating the design for the monster of the Black Lagoon. And she also apparently designed the alien. And I can't remember because this became a movie as well, I believe. And she never got credit for the design of that alien costume, I believe. I could be wrong. But I did become intrigued with this book because of hearing her story from the lady from the Black Lagoon. So I remember why it's on my book list. Other than just, I mean, I would read this. This is something I'd read. I read random stuff all the time. So, you want to read this?
Sure.
Not me shaking my head.
Now I see why you passed this to me.
I just can't do it.
Y'all, I just want you to know
You're
that
smart.
Brooke is a meanie.
No, I'm not.
I don't even know what this word means. I feel like we need to look this up.
Interocitor?
Interocitor. You Google. Emma, look up on a definition. Interocitor. Okay, while she does that, I'm going to start reading. Why are you giggling? What does it mean? An alien communication device with what? Unusual and strange properties. This island Earth. Oh. So it's not that we're not smart, Brooke.
Oh, it's not. I mean, you're smart. But thanks.
So Raymond Jones invented this word.
He was trying to make us feel like a fool.
Ever hear of an interocitor? No. Well, don't be surprised. Neither had Cal Meacham, electronics engineer and chief of research at Ryberg Instrument. Nor had Cal ever heard of a Cathramin tube.
That's probably a made-up word, too.
With an indium complex of +4. Yet those and other equally bewildering apparatus were offered for sale in the catalog from Electronic Service Unit 16. Unfortunately, there wasn't a single clue in the catalog as to how an interocitor functioned, or even what it was, yet judging from the list of parts and accompanying diagrams, it was an enormously complex piece of equipment. Cal realized that even if he ordered a set of interocitor parts and somehow succeeded in putting one together, he would have no way of knowing if it were operating properly or not. Was the entire catalog some monstrous joke of which he was the butt? Or had Cal stumbled upon a technology vastly superior to our own? Cal had to know. His curiosity, both as a scientist and as a man, was aroused. And thus began Cal's apprenticeship with the Peace Engineers. And in the surprising events that followed, Cal Meacham became involved in an adventure to stagger the imagination. One of the truly memorable science fiction experiences of this or any other year. This Island Earth is that rare science fiction novel which combines a sense of social responsibility and thrilling action within the framework of a cosmic struggle to maintain a barrier against an incredible invasion. Here is a book that will appeal to everyone who has ever stopped on a starry night to gaze in wonder at the vastness of the universe and to ponder the place in infinity of this island Earth. Raymond F. Jones was an American science fiction author between 1951 and 1978. He published 16 novels and dozens of stories. He is best known for his 1952 novel, This Island Earth, which was adapted into a critically acclaimed 1955 film.
Okay, so it was a movie, so I'm glad I was right about that. It is kind of like almost a poetic title, This Island Earth, you know?
Yeah.
That's kind of nice. Okay, yeah, so those words are made up. That makes sense. Okay. I know, I picked it up and I was like, I just can't do it. I can't do it. My brain is just not going to function right. I just can't. I was just shaking my head no, and Becky starts laughing. I'm just not doing it. I can't. And, you know, the people need to know the synopses. It's only fair.
Right.
Okay, 2 more, and I'll actually read these, even if they're hard words. Okay. This one is called A Handle of Dust. Handle.
Rewind.
A Handful of Dust by Evelyn Waugh. I guess it's Waugh.
That's how I would pronounce it.
Waugh. Yeah. Very pretty
we're
cover.
Probably pronouncing it wrong anyway.
I
Regardless.
mean, I think everything I say might be incorrect.
It is very pretty.
Nice cover. I remember.
Nice old-fashioned phone.
Yeah, right. I remember. I remember who said it. I remember how accurate it is. I don't know. But I added it to my list because it was compared, like, if you like The Great Gatsby, you'll probably like this. It's kind of Gatsby-ish vibes. So I was like, well, gotta add that. So this is what the synopsis says. After 7 years of marriage, the beautiful Lady Brenda Last has grown bored with life at Hetton Abbey, the Gothic mansion that is the pride and joy of her husband, Tony. She drifts into an affair with the shallow socialite, John Beaver. The man with the last name Beaver, of all people? Come on. And forsakes Tony for the Belgravia set. In a novel that combines tragedy, comedy, and savage irony, Evelyn Waugh indelibly captures the irresponsible mood of the crazy and sterile generation between the wars. That was a short synopsis. You had to read the whole back of This Island Earth. I just read a few inches. That's cool. Gothic mansion. I love that. Nice. Well, that didn't really give us too much, but it sounds like it's going to be interesting. Full of drama. Come on, though, Beaver.
Yeah. Well, I mean, she's having an affair.
Yeah, right. The decision making is not very good.
No.
Okay. This last one, I love this cover. It's called The Wild. Let's try that again.
Nap time.
It's called The Wild Inside, a novel of suspense by Christine Carbo. Look at that.
Ooh.
I love nature covers.
Complete with a bear.
Complete with a bear. I love nature covers. I really, there's something about them. It was a clear night in Glacier National Park. 14-year-old Ted Sistede. Okay, why do we have to, like, come up with hard names?
I don't know.
Like, why can't we just... I mean, I'm not saying everybody needs to be John Smith, but, like, things I don't have to think hard into pronouncing.
Right.
Anyway, and his father were camping beneath two rugged peaks and starlit skies when something unimaginable happened. A grizzly bear attacked Ted's father and dragged him to his death.
Oh.
Well, that would be horrific.
Yeah.
That's one of my biggest fears. I mean, we don't have grizzly bears in Georgia, but, like, is encountering a grizzly bear. Oh my gosh. Just go ahead and just pray. Now, 20 years later, a special agent for the Department of the Interior, Ted gets called back to investigate a crime that mirrors the horror of that night. Except this time, the victim was tied to a tree.
Oh.
Ted teams up with one of the park officers, a man named Monty, whose pleasant exterior masks an all-too-vivid knowledge of the hazardous terrain surrounding them. Residents of the area turn out to be suspicious of outsiders and less than forthcoming. Their intimate connection to the wild forces them to confront nature and their fellow man with equal measures of reverence and ruthlessness. As the case progresses with no clear answers, more than a human life is at stake, including that of the majestic creature responsible for the attack. Ted's search for the truth takes him deeper into the wilderness than he ever imagined, on the trail of a killer until he reaches a shocking and unexpectedly personal conclusion.
Ooh.
It was me. I was the bear.
His dad never died.
I know, right? Anyway, that sounds interesting. Sounds thrilling. It really does. It sounds thrilling, mysterious, kind of sad. Yeah, they all sound really good. Oh my gosh. I'm ready for bed. Okay. Well, that's my book haul. Thank you for coming to my book haul. And sorry about all of the wrong words.
You racked up for your birthday, girl.
I was like, I mean, they just kept coming. I was like, oh my gosh, thank you. I shouldn't say I expected, but she had told me basically she was going to order stuff off the book list.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I say that. But I expected like 2 or 3, maybe. Well, not 82.
Right.
Anyway. Not saying I'm not grateful. Just wasn't expecting that. Okay, so with that being done and out of the way, have you, Beckaroo, finished anything?
I have not, but I'm 80% of the way through.
I thought you said
Esrahaddon.
82.
80.
Oh,
Don't get excited.
I
I'm
was.
74% of the way through The Dragon Reborn.
Wow, look at you go.
I'm
So how's
excited.
Esrahaddon?
It's good. I think it's getting intense.
Yeah.
Something is about to happen that I've kind of been expecting
Yeah.
just because of the previous 2 books. and what happened in those. I don't know if you remember, but when I was reading The Great Hunt, and I said that they're looking for a horn, and I don't remember if it was Nolyn or Farilane when I said they're also looking for a horn.
I want to say it was Farilane, but I'm not entirely sure.
So yeah, it probably was Farilane. But the horn has kind of been like an integral, elusive piece.
Yeah.
In all 3 books, and it's kind of coming to a head. So something spectacular is getting ready to happen, I think. So
spectacular.
And I'm not sure it's going to be spectacular in a good way for anybody,
right.
but only time will tell.
Yeah.
I've got 6 hours left, so we'll see.
6 hours. Not long now.
No, not long at all.
Not long now. That's good, though. And that, I think I've asked you this before, but that's the last one in the series.
Mm-hmm.
So it's all when I'm coming to a close.
Yeah, and I think I've decided that I am going to reread Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
The trilogy.
So are you going to read The Hobbit at all? Or are
you... I've never read The Hobbit. I do own it. Because when I bought...
if you own it.
When I bought the physical copies of The Lord of the Ring, it came with them.
Yeah.
So I might. So we'll see. Also, Emma found my Harry Potter book that's been missing. It
Number
was
4?
Yes,
Double the Fire?
It was in fact in her room.
Oh, nice.
So
I'm glad it got found.
Yes, me too. So yeah, but I guess I can read The Hobbit first. I've never read it.
We'll see. No pressure. I just feel like now you kind of have to read it
since
first.
Since I'm rereading it anyway.
Yeah, like why skip it?
And then when I'm done with that book series, then I'm going to go back and read the Rhaenyra Chronicles, which I think was...
And that's by Michael J. Sullivan as well?
Yes, I think it's the first series he wrote in this world.
Uh-huh.
But all of these books that I've been reading actually happen chronologically before the Rhaenyra Chronicles,
okay.
if I understand correctly.
Yeah. I don't know if you understand correctly, but it made sense when you said it out loud to me. So now I understand what you think you're understanding.
Okay. And I'll let you know at some point if I'm right or not.
Yeah, I mean, okay. You never know. That's good. You said 80% through Esrahaddon?
80%.
Wow. And that's only 6 hours left. That's not bad.
Yeah. It's a 29-hour book.
I get really excited and that, of course, makes it even more satisfying. But I always get excited when I'm like, really at the 50% mark, I'm like, I could finish this all today. And like I get so excited once I hit a 50% mark. I feel like the rest of it just goes by.
When I only have a couple chapters left and it's midnight, I'm like, can I stay up till 2 and finish this?
And I'm like, how long is this chapter? Okay, not that long. I'll finish this one. And I'm like, how long is the next chapter? Not that long. I think I can do that. I just keep going, and then, oh, this one's like a lot of pages. Never mind. We're going to bed. We'll finish it tomorrow. So, and 74%, is that 74. What you said? So the Dragon Reborn.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
And we already have the next one ready to go.
This is the third one.
This is the third one.
Okay, I'm trying to keep track.
There's a lot.
There is a lot. There's like 14 or something. I don't know.
There are. And then I think there's one prequel, so I think it's a total of 15.
Yeah. Did I get you the prequel?
Yes.
I got you something.
Yes, you got me the prequel.
And nobody likes it apparently or something. Remember we looked that up?
Yeah, I think.
Oh well. Well, I just found it at a thrift store, okay?
The cover's nice.
It is nice. It's like an original cover. That's cool. Okay. Neat.
Have you finished anything?
I have finished stuff. I thought I talked about these two last week because you knew that I finished The Devil in the Dark Water.
Yeah.
And you knew that I finished The Root Witch.
Yes.
Maybe I just didn't mark them off. Maybe this was just from last week and I didn't scribble it off and I just wrote on top of it. Okay, so I did finish those, but I'm pretty sure we've already talked about that, so it doesn't count. But I also finished Home Before Dark by Riley Sager. And I really meant to write a review about that.
Oh, no, you didn't write a review?
I didn't write a review. I meant to. I just kept being busy today.
Did it end well? Or as well as you would hope that it would end?
It's so hard to talk about this book without spoiling anything. It ended okay. It ended fine. It was a good book. Like, I'm going to let my mom borrow this so she can read it.
Mm-hmm.
It ended, yeah, I mean, it was a decent book. I like this a lot more than Lock Every Door
Okay.
by Riley Sager. Not saying that book sucked or anything, because I liked it, but I don't know. There's something about a gothic house with spooky stuff going on in this. What's happening?
Let me ask you this, because I know that part of the reason you didn't particularly like the other one, Lock Every Door, is because you kind of already had everything figured out.
Yeah.
Did you have everything figured out?
No. I thought I did. And then I didn't. We were driving, and I finished this on the way back, and I was like this far or something, like maybe a little more, really close to the end. And I got to one point, and I stopped reading, and I looked at Austen, and I was like, I knew this was going to happen. I knew this was going to happen. And he was like, well, what's happening? And I told him all my theories, and then I continued to read, and I said, I was wrong. Never mind. And I was shocked. I genuinely, the plot twist were, I mean, you don't really see them coming. I mean, unless you're a genius, I guess. Which obviously I am, so I don't know why I didn't. But I was impressed. If you like the show, Hill House, The Haunting of Hill House, I think this book gives those vibes very well, like really similar.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, I can't, there's like nothing I can say about the book. It's going to spoil it. My mom was like, do you think I would like it, or what's it about? And I was like, well, I was like, how do I say this without spoiling anything? Because I don't want to say anything that'll turn somebody off of the book, but I don't want to say anything worded wrong.
Right.
For then it to be revealed how the ending goes, basically. But it's really good. If you like Haunting of Hill House, I think you would really enjoy this. Riley Sager does a very good job at writing like creepy, spooky, stuff's going bump in the night kind of stuff. Really good at that, apparently. Which there had to have been some of that in Lock Every Door. Like, there was some of that in Lock Every Door.
Yeah.
Maybe the setting just appeals more to me.
I think what we wanted with Lock Every Door, because I wanted something more too with it.
Yeah.
But I enjoyed it. But I think that what we were kind of hoping was something supernatural.
Yeah.
And there wasn't any supernatural anything. So I think that kind of was a negative.
Yeah. And, that's not the book's fault. Because, they can't tell us, because then it would be spoiling it. But it's a very good thriller. I wouldn't really call it a horror. It's a very good thriller, though. I mean, at some point, I was like, I can't read this at night.
Mm-hmm.
All the spooky stuff is happening at night.
Right.
I can't do that. I gotta go to sleep.
I think something else that spoiled Lock Every Door was that we had just read Goblin.
Mm-hmm.
And that was really
supernatural.
Spooky and, supernatural. And I think it was more unpredictable than Lock Every Door.
Yeah, I really thought with my little theories that I'm not going to tell you. I really thought I had it in the bag. And then it just like slapped me in the face. I was like, wow, okay, I'll take that. Good job. So I ended up giving it a 4-star as opposed to a 5-star.
You can't really say why.
Can't really say why. Oh, well. But yeah, it's really good. I would recommend it. There are some curse words, but there's nothing that's too graphic that goes on in it. The curse words and then just spooky atmosphere is really all that it is. So, if you were interested, it's not that bad. Not too bad. Not too shabby. But that's the only thing I've technically finished.
Okay. Have you started anything?
I have started something. It's not The Convenient Wife by Betty Neals. It should have been The Convenient Wife by Betty Neals, but it wasn't. Don't know what my problem is. I will read that next, though. But I started Mexican Gothic.
Your problem is it's October, and The Convenient Wife doesn't fit that.
Yeah, I know, right? But, like, I don't know. I keep thinking, I kind of want to read, like, a fantasy. And then I'm like, no, it's October. It has to be scary. So So I picked up Mexican Gothic, which I've had on my shelf for a while now, and I've been wanting to read.
Yeah, because I think we talked about it last year, didn't we?
Yeah, I think it was in like the Halloween book tag? Something like
I think
that?
so.
Spooky book tag? I don't know. Tell me how. Okay. I got like this far on the way back from our trip.
Mm-hmm.
I opened this book and physically read like this far and didn't know that this was in here. Look at that.
That's awesome.
I love that art. It's like a gothic-y comic style artwork.
Yeah.
It's so pretty.
Like a 1950s movie
Yeah.
trailer thing.
I was like, how did I miss that? But
That's funny.
It's good so far. I'm not too far into it. Why didn't I finish this chapter? I'm only in chapter 7 right now. It's a little spooky so far. I'm wondering if it's going to be supernatural or if it's going to be, just turns out it was just some creepy people, you know? So this cousin, this girl, her father gets a letter from their cousin stating, my husband's not who he says he is. I need help. There's whispering during the night. There's ghosts. People are watching me. Like, just a whole bunch of creepy stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Because she married someone and moved kind of far away into this, like, gothic house.
Mm-hmm.
And so they're like, oh, well, we're concerned now for your cousin. So he's like, I'm going to send you, my daughter, to go check on her and see if she is actually, like, in trouble, see if she needs to go see a psychiatrist, like, see what's up with your cousin. And she's like, okay. So she goes, and everything, I mean, this house is so, like, first of all, it's gross. Like, it's gross. Like, everything is moldy.
Oh.
Like, pictures and paintings, moldy. Velvet curtains, moldy.
Oh.
I'm like, y'all can't just, people, you know, these people have lived here for generations. I'm like, you can't clean
Right.
the house. They don't use their electricity, I guess, because it's expensive. So, and for the gothic atmosphere, I guess. We have electricity, but we're not going to use it. We're going to make you use an oil lamp. And so the main character, she's already starting to experience like her own kind of weird stuff. Like, she's already had a couple bad dreams, or she's like, this doesn't make any sense. Like, the wallpaper's coming apart and like turning into like powder and like suffocating her and stuff like that. And she saw her cousin. Apparently, her cousin has tuberculosis, is what the doctor has said. It's their family physician, though, the family that she married into. And so they've used him for years. Our main character, wanted to confront him and like really talk to him one-on-one about, why do you say my cousin has tuberculosis? I've seen tuberculosis and this isn't it, or whatever. And he's like, well, everyone's different. This is what it is, blah, blah, blah. Like, has no time to actually care and talk to her. And it's like off. And the people of the house, like the actual residents and owners of this house, are described to be so pale and lanky that I'm like, I wouldn't be surprised if, like, in a couple chapters, it's like, oh, they're vampires.
I was about to say
Like,
they're vampires.
And I'm at this point, I'm not surprised. I really hope I get slapped in the face with a surprise, but I wouldn't be shocked if they were vampires. I wouldn't be shocked if everyone's just gonna go crazy because there's black mold in the house.
Mm-hmm.
You know, ooh, you know, been there, done that. Like, so it's okay so far. I have heard that this book is gross, and I'm expecting more than just mold on the curtains. So
Yeah.
we'll see what happens. But like, body horror gross is what I've heard.
Yeah.
I don't know. So it's okay so far, though. It's creepy. The house is like, who would want to live there? It's so
Right.
like damp and nasty and like depressing. And the people, they're like, they go sit down for dinner, and our main character starts to talk, and the lady's like, we have a rule: we don't talk at dinner.
Oh.
But like,
What?
okay. And now they're like, and if you need to go into town, you have to tell me. You have to ask me permission.
What?
And so, like, now it's starting to slowly creep into that. Okay, now she's trapped in this house. It sort of feels like that. But it's okay so far. I am also reading, funnily enough, I started the audiobook for this, The Haunting of Hill House by Shirley Jackson.
Okay.
And it's okay so far. I had to start it over. I started it and I listen to like the first chapter, but I realized I wasn't listening because I was like doing dishes and stuff. I just was not paying attention. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna start it over. I started it over. It pretty much has my attention. So far, it's entertaining. You meet one of the characters is Eleanor, and you're in her head a lot, and she's like very, how do I say this? She has very like fantastical ideas, and she'll just be daydreaming about stuff. Like she's in a car going to Hill House because she's been hired as like an assistant to I think he's a reporter who is now staying in Hill House to understand what happened years ago in this house. So she's like going there, and she's like, and I could just drive and drive and drive and never stop, or I could just pull over and keep walking into the woods, or I could go become I don't even know, I could go become something and nobody would ever know, and like just on and on and on and on and on. And I'm like, okay, Eleanor, what's going on outside of your brain right now? I want to know what's actually happening in the story. I get it. You're daydreaming. But like, okay, enough of that. It's like, okay, you're a little annoying, Eleanor.
Oh, it's funny.
But so far it's okay. I think, okay, I'm going to get rid of Audible.
Oh, really?
I know you didn't expect me to say that. Yeah, we're doing some budget cuts. I'm going to be getting rid of Audible. So I was like, well, I have like 4 credits. So I'm going to use all my credits and I'm going to listen to the audiobooks. And then I'm going to get rid of Audible. So I'm listening to it on Audible. And this is the first time that I'm in chapter like 4 of The Haunting of Hill House. And I go back and somehow it's on chapter 2. And I'm like, okay, now I've got to figure out where I was again.
That's happened to me a few times. It's really annoying.
That's annoying. And that's only on Audible?
No, it's done it to me on Scribed as well.
And that's happened to me on Scribed. And I think maybe once it's happened to me on Audible. But it doesn't happen very often. And I'm like, why did it do that? It's really annoying. So now I'm like, okay, well now I've got to figure out where I'm at so I can keep listening.
It happened to me a lot when I was listening to The Devil in the Dark Water.
Oh, that's annoying.
I kept having to bookmark it.
Yeah.
So
I can't figure it. Like, it must have updated because I can't find how to get to the chapters.
That's weird.
I'm going to have to look it up. Like like an old person. I'm like, okay. But yeah, so I'm probably getting rid of Audible once I listen to those audiobooks that I've used my credits for. And
what else did you use your credits for?
Since you asked, I use them for Audible's loading.
I too have 4 credits, and I don't want to use them.
Right. I know. I was like, well, if I'm going to get rid of it, I may as well go ahead and, throw them in there. Get rid of them. I used also for Dark Matter by Blake Crouch. Okay, I'm going to read this. I'm going to read the synopsis. Okay, are you ready? Are you happy with your life? Those are the last words Jason Disson hears before the masked abductor knocks him unconscious.
Oh?
Before he awakens to find himself strapped to a gurney, surrounded by strangers in hazmat suits. Before a man Jason's ever met smiles down at him and says, "Welcome back, my friend." In this world he's woken up to, Jason's life is not the one he knows. His wife is not his wife. His son was never born. And Jason is not an ordinary college physics professor. Just an ordinary college physics professor. But a celebrated genius who has achieved something remarkable, something impossible. Is it this world or the other that's the dream? And even if the home he remembers is real, how can Jason possibly make it back to the family he loves? The answer lies in a journey more wondrous and horrifying than anything he could have imagined. One that will force him to confront the darkest parts of himself, even as he battles a terrifying, seemingly unbeatable foe. Oh, I didn't know they wrote the Wayward Pines trilogy. I thought about reading that. Anyway, so yeah, I've always thought it sounded interesting. Every time this book comes up on like BookTube, Bookstagram, book, everyone's always like, "This is so good. This is such a good book." So I thought, you know what? Why not? And it's only 10 hours. So then I got Wrath, like Feel My Wrath by Sharon Molim, MD, PhD, and Daniel Kraus. Do you remember the name Daniel Kraus?
Sounds familiar.
He helped write The Living Dead, the zombie book.
Okay.
But this sounded really interesting. What really got me was this little paragraph. For fans of dystopian works such as Jeff Vandermeer's Southern Reach trilogy, I read that trilogy and I really didn't like it, but it's okay. And Emily St. John Mandel's Station 11, and fans of Neil Stevenson, I don't know who that is, Michael Crichton, I know who that is,
Yeah.
and Blake Crouch, which wrote Dark Matter. This heart-pounding science-based thriller takes place in a possibly all-too-soon reality where the hazards... What? In a possibly all-too-soon reality where the hazards and consequences... That doesn't sound
Don't
right.
look at me.
That doesn't sound right. Okay.
It doesn't.
Anyway, whatever. But I thought it sounded neat once I started to read the synopsis, which is... Wrath is the story of Sammy, a lab rat instilled with human genes whose supersized intelligence helps him to engineer his escape into the world outside the lab.
Okay.
A world vastly ill-equipped to deal with the menace he represents. Modified through advances that have boosted his awareness of humankind's cruelty in the name of science, Sammy has the potential to sire a rodent army capable of viciously overwhelming the human race. The key to Sammy's capture and humanity's salvation may be 10-year-old Dallas Underhill, whom Sammy adopts. And Sammy's the rat. But while Dallas and Sammy bond, time is running out for humankind. Once Sammy sires his progeny, the exponential proliferation of his kind could spell the end of the world. It sounds, I don't know, it's sci-fi, obviously, and it sounds thrillery, and I don't know if it's actually going to be any kind of horror, even though Daniel Kraus helped write it, which is fine. And I'm already like, oh my gosh, a rat is the main character. What if he dies? Like, I'm gonna cry. And I thought it was 4 credits. It was just 3, so this says 3. And then next I should be picking up The Convenient Wife. And then I'm thinking about picking up The Gunslinger by Stephen King, which is the first book in his Dark Tower series, which one of my friends bought when we went to a bookstore recently. And I was like, oh, I have that book. If you feel like reading it, we could buddy read it. So maybe I can convince her to read it.
Yeah.
That's all I have, though. I know it was a lot. It was a lot of Brooke talking in this episode.
Well, I mean, you got a lot of books.
Yeah, I do.
Snap time.
Yeah.
I don't have a book haul, but I did some shopping online.
Ooh.
And I haven't bought new clothes in a long time.
I love the feeling of getting new clothes.
I have some clothes coming, and I'm very excited about it.
That's exciting.
Very fallish clothes. And I'm hoping they're going to be here before the party.
Yeah.
Some of them I'm hoping are going to be here like this week. I'm doing something with my brother and his kids on Sunday, and I want to dress cute.
Yeah.
Emma always says I have no sense of style, so I'm trying to up my sense of style.
Trying to up it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Having a sense of style is so overrated. I'd rather be comfortable.
She was wearing something yesterday, and I looked at her and I said, and you're always talking about how I can't dress match. That was today? No, it wasn't.
What a long day.
Oh, it was today. It was this morning.
What a long day.
LOL. Well,
funny.
it did start pretty early. I mowed the grass this morning.
Nice.
And cleaned up. You know, I'm trying to get the backyard ready.
Yeah.
I'm having some people over.
Yeah.
Don't know if I mentioned that.
For like a bonfire or something?
Yeah, something like that. So, I think I'm going to have a practice bonfire this weekend.
Okay.
So that I can clear out some more stuff.
Yeah. That's exciting.
Yeah, I asked my dad if I could borrow his bush hog, and he goes, I don't think you can handle it. And I was like, really offended
All right.
at his statement.
Yeah. Well, then you come handle it.
Hello? Has he come down there with a bush hog and done anything? No.
No.
I'm hoping he went to the doctor today about his fall. I don't know if I mentioned that he fell about a month ago.
I don't know if you have on the podcast, but you have in real life.
So, if I haven't mentioned on the podcast, my dad fell about a month ago off of his tractor.
Silly man.
He fell and hurt his left side really, really badly. Has the man bothered to go to the doctor? That's a no. Can he lift his left arm to do anything? Also a no.
Oh,
He's left-handed.
no.
So now when I bring him coffee in the morning, if he's awake before I leave for work, I have to put it on his right side instead of his left side because he can't use his left arm.
Dang.
I'm like, Dad, hello.
And it hurts?
Yeah.
What if it's like his rotator cuff or something?
I don't know.
Ugh,
But I don't know
sucks.
why he waited so long, other than he's a man.
I mean, that's why.
We love you men, but honestly, please take care of
Just go
yourself.
to the doctor.
Yeah. Please take care of yourselves.
Yeah.
But I know he had a doctor's appointment today, and I don't know
Okay.
if that's what it's for, but it should be if it's not.
Yeah.
Because then honestly, maybe he could go down and do something on his tractor.
Yeah. Which he would like to do, I'm sure.
Yeah, probably.
Be able to, like, get up and do something, you know?
All I see him doing every day now, because he hurt so bad, is laying in his chair,
Yeah.
which is heated and has massage, with a heated pad on his shoulder,
Yeah.
which also has massage.
Oh, wow.
That's how bad he hurts.
Yeah.
And his
And that
pain,
can't be fun.
no. And his pain tolerance is pretty high.
Yeah.
So when he says he's in pain,
Mm-hmm.
he's in pain.
Right.
And but I don't know why. Okay, you're in pain, so why haven't you done anything about it?
Right. And it's not going away.
Right.
When it's not going away, it's like, okay, time to go see somebody.
Right. So anyway, I hope he went to the doctor for that today.
Yeah.
And but even if he doesn't come bush hog, that'll be fine. It's gonna take me a couple more times in the backyard to get it mowed, and I'm gonna see if I can borrow his weed whacker to get up against the fence and stuff and get some other weeds.
Yeah.
Because I want it to look nice. I want us to have a place to actually sit and play Uno,
Right.
eat our hot dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited. I can't wait. I can't wait.
I know.
I haven't people over.
I'm excited
blah,
too.
blah, blah. I have not had people over at my house in a long time.
Yeah.
So
I can tell you're really excited about it.
I love throwing parties. We had
Yeah.
a Valentine's Day party one time at the house,
Oh.
and we had spaghetti and played games. And I had a Halloween party there one time,
Mm-hmm.
and it was fun. It's a small house, so you can't have like too many people.
Yeah.
But it's going to be outside, so we
Right.
can have more because we're going to be outside. So
Yeah.
I'm very excited.
Exciting.
Okay, well, I guess that's all I have, and that's all Brooke has. So I guess we're done.
I guess that's it.
Don't forget that if you liked any of the books that Brooke talked about, she had quite a few. She's gonna be putting links on there for you to purchase from Amazon. And so if you're interested, you can go through the links there, and that will help us too. So you'll be getting a book you want from Amazon, but it'll be helping us. And
That's
so
right.
hopefully someone will buy something. That'll be nice. And of course, we also have merchandise. So if you're interested in getting a shirt and helping us advertise the podcast, you can contact us, and we'll make sure that we get that for you. And don't forget to check out Sideways Sheriff on YouTube and Instagram. He's on Facebook too, right?
Yes.
And Facebook. And I guess that's it. Thank you for listening, as always, Kindred Spirits. It's great that you listen to us all the time. We appreciate it. It's splendid to know there are so many kindred spirits in the world. Until next time, stay happily booked.